Hi guys, welcome back to another video. It is spring and I always feel way more inspired during this time of year. I've been looking around online for ideas and inspiration of things I can make over the coming months, and I have not been disappointed. There is so many nice patterns around at the moment. As you guys know, I do try to have a bit less environmental impact with the crafts that I make, if at all possible. And so I've been trying to focus some of my attention on some zero waste patterns, which can be sometimes a little bit tricky to find, but I really do love giving them a go. And I've trawled the internet and I've come up with what I think are the 8 best zero waste sewing patterns for spring/summer 2026. There are, of course, lots of different ways that you can be more sustainable with the crafts that you are doing, whether that is upcycling things that already exist, so using thrift store fabrics and making something new, whether you're using fabric from the store that has been made from recycled fibres, or in the case of this video, using sewing patterns that create either low waste or no waste at all. I won't say mistake, but I made the interesting discovery of a post on Reddit where I found that zero waste sewing patterns actually seem to be quite a controversial topic, which I hadn't really anticipated. Many people making the very excellent point that, firstly, a lot of zero waste patterns, at least traditionally, might not be the sort of style that many people want to wear. They are often quite loose fitting, quite boxy, and if you like that style, then it's great, but if you don't, then sometimes it feels like there isn't a lot of choice. And of course, there's no point spending your time, effort, and money and resources making things that you're not going to wear, because that defeats the entire point. Others say that they are very good at using the offcuts of their fabric, whether that's to make hair accessories, jewellery, little tags, incorporating it into the designs. They feel that they make the most out of their fabric either way. And finally, experienced sewists will probably know how much fabric they actually need to buy to get away with making a particular pattern. I think particularly patterns from a lot of the big pattern houses, I think they do tell you to buy more fabric than you need. I'm sort of a confident beginner to intermediate sewist, and I personally find that I have tons and tons of offcuts that I am not very good at reusing. I tend to buy fabric for a particular design idea that I have in my mind, and I struggle to find other things to suit, but that will be something I'll be working on this year, because I've got piles and piles of offcuts now and I really need to make things to use them up. I personally really like the challenge of a zero waste pattern. I think the design of the patterns themselves and the way they lay out on the fabric are really interesting, and it is a bit like a geometric puzzle, putting them all together. So I personally really enjoy doing them as their own thing. And I would suggest that if, for example, there's an item that you really want to make and there's a similar pattern that's either zero waste and not, perhaps it's worth giving the zero or low waste pattern a go. But that being said, if anyone else is interested in some zero waste sewing patterns for spring summer, I have got the selection here and we'll get right into it. And just to add, the last 2 patterns are both completely free and absolute gems, so make sure you stick around to the end to get the details for those. So first up, we have the Juniper Dress by Chris Wood Sew. This is a sleeveless, strappy A-line dress with gathers along the neckline at the front and back. It hits below the knee, but you could also convert this into a top. It has pockets, which I feel like women in general, in particular, know what a gem having pockets in any sort of clothing is, because it doesn't come as a given, which always blows my mind. This doesn't have pattern pieces, but you draw directly onto the fabric as per the instructions they give you. Apart from the pocket, which they do have a pattern piece for, but I'm sure that you could draft that yourself as well. And apparently this pattern can be made to any size at all using the instructions given. It is described as being a confident beginner pattern, and I think you'll agree from some of the pictures that'll pop up here that it does look relatively simple but kind of loose and flowy. But of course, if you want a bit more shape to it, then drafting a belt with either any other offcuts that you have or just a belt you already own will give it a bit more of a figure-hugging shape. Moving on to the tear dress, a slightly more complex take on the Juniper Dress. So this is the Tier Dress by So Eco Fabrics, and this comes with a great 4 different dress combinations, so 2 different dress lengths, and you can either have strappy sleeves or puff sleeves. If you do want the strap option, then apparently you basically need to use those make those off other remnant fabrics you have. That's how tight the fabric requirements are for this dress. And again, the instructions come with information on how to create the pattern directly onto the fabric. The size range is extra small to 6XL, so a decent size range, and that's from about a 32-inch to a 56-inch bust. And again, this describes itself as a confident beginner pattern. The third pattern that I have for you guys is the Zero Waist Tie Top by Birgitta Helmersson. She is the kind of main player in producing zero waist patterns, I think. And this is one of my favourite designs of hers. This pattern gives you multiple different options. It comes with 3 different top lengths, 2 different necklines, and 3 different sleeve options. So if you mix and match that, you've got plenty to work with. It is a bit boxy and oversized, but I do think that this pattern makes it look very intentional and classy, and not just a bit like you've drawn a square piece of fabric and you're throwing it on your body. So I do like the design of these. I think the sleeves in particular are really nice. Again, it's a sort of zero waist pattern design that I've not actually tried yet, which is where they give you the instructions and you have to draw that directly onto the fabric. And I am, after seeing all of these patterns, quite curious to give it a go and see what that looks like. So if you want to see me have a go at any of those, let me know in the comments below. And if you have had a go at any of the Birgitta Helmersson in particular, I would also like to know what you thought of those patterns. The range of size is either between a 41-inch bust on the finished garment size, so like I say, it is oversized, to a 61-inch bust. And this is described as an advanced beginner pattern. So hopefully a lot of these patterns are quite accessible to most people. Moving on to another dress. So this is the Ursa Dress from Craft of Clothes. It's a knee-length dress with a cowl neck and a sort of even more exaggerated draped front, and it's sleeveless. I think the style of this dress and how it will look will depend quite a lot on what fabric you use. So I'll pop a few pictures up here because they do have quite a range of options on their page to kind of show the different styles that you can create with this pattern. So obviously it's going to look more summery with a more lightweight a more lightweight fabric. But at the same time, you could use something which thicker, like a boiled wool, and then you could have a long sleeve top under that over autumn winter time, and that would obviously give a completely different look. The important thing for this pattern is to pick a fabric that's got quite a bit of drape to it. Again, you draw directly onto the fabric as part of the pattern, and it has 12 sizes, which is UK 8 to 30, and they use the hip measurement for this, so it's either between a 36.25 inch hip and a 57.5 inch hip for the size range. Comments online say that it is quick and easy to sew. So if you're wanting something that's a satisfying and quick make, this could be an option for you. And then moving on to zero waist culottes, which I featured in another video that I'll put a link up here as well, also by the Craft of Clothes. And I'm really looking at culottes patterns for this summer, and this is definitely a contender. High-waisted or sitting at the natural waist, A-line culottes with a fly and a sort of smart detailing of buttons along the front. There's an option for an elasticated waist if you prefer that. It also has pockets, which I do love. And you can either have the classic culotte style or the culotte skirt style, where it looks like a skirt from the back. You can also create this pattern in a multiple of lengths, and that depends, I think, upon the size of your fabric, and they'll go into more detail in the instructions. But essentially, it can go from kind of a mid-thigh short all the way down to full trouser length. There's a sort of wide leg trouser pattern, which I think also looks really classy with the buttons down the front. Another interesting feature is you can adapt them to be more menswear fitting and create them into a sort of board short style. I'll pop a picture that they gave an example up here. You can either print these instructions, or you can self-draft onto pattern paper following the instructions, whichever you would prefer. So a little bit more flexibility with this pattern in terms of how you get the pattern to the fabric. This has a slightly larger size range than the previous one, so 20 sizes, going from a 26-inch waist to a 64-inch waist. And reviews say that there's good, easy to follow instructions. And this is one of my favourite patterns as well. This is the Zero Waist Wrap Top by Sonia Stern. And it's just a really classy, almost like short cap-sleeved wrap top with tuck detail along the front and a kind of interesting tie detail on the sides. You can either use the tie as a cord, you could almost have a little drawstring pulley on it, or you could just make it into a sort of tie bow design if you want something a bit more classic. But again, I think this is one of those patterns where if you could use a really lightweight floaty fabric for spring summer, something a little bit more substantial for autumn winter, and then you could essentially wear it like a vest style top with a long sleeve top underneath. So I think you could get some good use out of just this one pattern. It is a print pattern, so you need to print the pieces and then as you normally would with most conventional patterns. Unfortunately, this only has 2 sizes, which is a bit limited. So there's the size small to medium, which is a 34 to 36 inch bust, and then the large to extra large, which is a 38 to 42 inch bust. So it isn't a bigger size range as the others, but it is appropriate for beginners, which is also very good. And then moving on to the last 2 patterns now. So we have the Zero Waist Sundress, which was published by Threads magazine. This, you'd never look at this and think it was a zero waist pattern. It's a classic halter neck dress with a sort of fit and flare from the waist, 7-inch zip at the back of the skirt, and ties also around the waist and around the neck. It's self-draft, again, with instructions onto pattern paper, and apparently it is entirely adjustable depending on the fabric width. So I would recommend reading through the instructions, checking your size against the fabric width that you'll require to make sure that you don't get halfway through and realise that it's not going to fit. Of all of these patterns, I do sort of imagine that this might be one of the more tricky ones to do, but it looks like there's pretty comprehensive instructions online, so hopefully not too much of a problem. And then finally, as promised, a absolute banger of a pattern, which is also free, is the Zei Jumpsuit by Reformons Nous. I've made 2 separate patterns from them in the past, the Ursa Dress and the Karma Trench. I really love both of them. I wear them all the time. And I think both of these, the Ursa Dress and the Karma Trench, if you made them in more lightweight fabric, could also be excellent patterns for spring, summer. And I've got separate videos for those if you are interested. But this is for the Zei Jumpsuit. And again, I really don't think you'd look at this and think this is a zero waist pattern. I think it looks great on her. It's an off-the-shoulder, a ruffle top. And you can either have it in crop trouser length or shorts length. And it has pockets, which I always love. It's a paper pattern, so you need to print it as with the usual pattern. It is zero waist, and in, I think, my Ursa Dress video, you can see there is a small number of offcuts, slithers that were produced, but nothing like what I have left after using one of the big pattern house patterns. Unfortunately, this does come with a catch, and that is a limited range of sizes. So it only goes from a 32-inch bust to a 38.5-inch bust, 5 sizes there. So that is everything. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Are there any of these patterns you've already tried? Do you have any feedback you could share with the rest of us? And is there anything in particular that you would like to find and make? I'll pop all the links to these different patterns in the description box below, of course. And if you found this video useful, of course, consider liking and subscribing, and I'll see you in my next video.